Britain, Canada, and Australia have formally recognized the State of Palestine, marking a dramatic diplomatic shift that deepens Israel's isolation. These three countries, and long considered close allies of Israel, said they acted out of frustration with the lack of progress toward a two-state solution and out of growing alarm over Israel's war in Gaza. Later on Sunday, Portugal joined them, while France and several other European nations are expected to follow at the UN General Assembly this week. The announcements put these governments directly at odds with Israel's strongest partner, the United States. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu responded defiantly, declaring there would be no Palestinian state and accusing world leaders of handing a prize to terror. After the October 7th attacks by Hamas, President Isaac Herzog echoed this, insisting recognition would not help hostages, Palestinians, or peace. More than 140 UN members already recognize Palestine, but the coordinated moves from Western powers mark a new phase of pressure. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney framed it as an attempt to empower moderates, stressing that the Palestinian Authority has renounced violence and backs coexistence. Britain's Keir Starmer said recognition is about keeping alive the possibility of peace, even as Israel expands settlements and presses its Gaza campaign. France, which first pushed the initiative in July, confirmed it will formally recognize Palestine this week. President Emmanuel Macron, however, tied any embassy opening to the release of hostages still held in Gaza. Belgium, Luxembourg, and others are also preparing to act. Israel has condemned the wave of recognition, with far-right ministers urging Netanyahu to annex the West Bank outright. Meanwhile, Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas called the UK's move an important and necessary step toward lasting peace. Hamas, too, welcomed the recognition, while insisting it must be followed by practical measures. On the ground, Gaza continues to reel. Palestinian officials say more than 65,000 people have been killed since Israel launched its offensive after October 7th. Numbers Israel disputes, but that have fueled accusations of genocide from international scholars and human rights groups. The wider picture is clear. Recognition of Palestine is no longer just symbolic diplomacy. It is a coordinated challenge to Israel's policies, and it signals a profound shift in global attitudes. For Netanyahu, the battle is no longer only on the ground in Gaza. It is increasingly on the diplomatic stage, where some of Israel's oldest allies are turning away.